Well, hey there, friends. Welcome to episode number, gosh, what are we at now? 106? Keep going, friends. This is It'll Be Fine, the socially distant baking food chat show. I'm your friend, your pal, Kelly Zimnikas, and I'm excited today to make a dish that I have looked at a number of times in getting ready for this show, but I've never found someone to match with this dish. But today, I met my match. Found my person to make sex in a pan. That's right. We're making sex in a pan. That sounded weird. Anywho, I'm looking forward to this bake. It's a bit of a no-bake bake. We are going to be using the oven a wee bit, but mostly it's the fridge's turn today. The fridge is on duty for this one. And I'm getting to do this alongside the super funny and the very cool Ira Claybourne. Heading off to Boston for this bake, which is super fun. I'm going to regale Ira with my stories about Boston, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll do that. But Ira, I got to meet through doing online comedy. Ira is a fellow stand-up, and I'm super glad she's joining me today to make some sex in a pan. We make the sex. I feel like that's how we need to say this today. We make the sex in the pan. Anyhow, apologies to any grandmother I just, made fun of by accident. Anyhow, already on today's show, because it is a brand new month, we are offering love, offering attention to two new groups, two new organizations, the second of which is the NAACP. Now, if you're like me, if you're a white gal who tries to be super open about things, especially with what has gone on in the past year, checking out a spot like NAACP, legitimately finding out what they are doing, helping out as you are able, is a really good thing. So info on them is in the show description. Please support them however you can, or just do some reading. That is a good thing too. So friends, get ready. It's time for the sex in the pan. Oh, it's gonna be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
All right, here is what you need for this dish, which is from the website Wholesome Yum, or Wholesome Yum. Really depends how you want to pronounce this, with enthusiasm or disdain. I'm not sure. This is a gluten-free, low-carb, it's good for keto diets if that's your thing. Giver. You are going to need almond flour, pecan or pecan meal, however you want to pronounce that one. Something I cannot pronounce. This. I'm guessing it's a sugar substitute. In all honesty, I'm using stevia. Fuck it. You need butter. I got butter. It does not say unsalted or salted. I generally go with unsalted, but use what you want. You are going to need some heavy cream, some vanilla extract. You are going to need cream cheese. You are going to need a dark chocolate, sugar-free if you want, or if you're like me, you went with milk. It's my show. You may need xanthan gum, depending on which option you take. Ira and I are going to get into this. It's kind of weird. You need some cocoa powder, and you need a pan for your sex, and you need some parchment, and you need a lot of bowls. You know, that's all. So just a few things for the Bake with Ira today. Just a couple, you know. Do I have a favorite dinosaur?
Yeah.
I guess because I live in Toronto, a Toronto raptor is my favorite dinosaur.
That makes sense.
I don't have my It'll Be Fine apron on today because it's in the laundry. But I've got my vintage one, which works too.
I love it. It's so cute. You look so cute.
Oh, thanks. I thought I'd dress up for this because this is kind of a saucy, sassy dish with the name Sex in a Pan.
Isn't it? I'm pretty pumped.
Have you ever had this dessert?
Never.
Me
Have you?
neither.
But like, what can go wrong? Everything in it's good.
Yes. Let's just list off some of the things. We've got cream cheese. We've got chocolate. There's vanilla. There's chocolate. There's chocolate. I think we're good.
It does sound sexy. I mean, there's no other way to say it.
I think so. I do have a question though about that UFO thing.
Yeah.
Was that in Vulcan? Because isn't there a town called Vulcan, Alberta?
Dang. See, you outdid me. Hold up. Let me.
I'm gonna have to look that up. I feel like there is. There's a town called Vulcan, Alberta, and I know there's a whole Spock thing. You have both hands.
That's wild.
Oh, by the way, complaint number 2, which I messaged you already about this recipe.
Option 1.
Why do you give me 2 options, one which takes longer? Why would I pick that one?
Ever. 4 hours too. And it's more complicated. You know, I thought about trying to be like a bitch and be like, oh, I did one of each. Here's this one, but I'm just not. You know, that's my brand for me is I'm gonna tell you that I thought about doing it. I didn't, so.
Alrighty, let's do this. So to start this adventure off, if you haven't already at home, turn on your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Yay, I did that. Done.
Me too.
Ready to go. Then you're going to line a pan. I'm batching down, so I'm using just a loaf pan.
Nice.
But whatever you got, you can actually also use like a muffin tray and do individual ones if you want. But do line it. That's all you got to do, and then set that aside. Step 1 done. Excellent.
On my lining, I have a confession.
Ooh.
You like tuck yours in all neatly already?
I will. Once we pour it in, I'm probably going to rip off some parchment, make it a little tidier. Because I am always afraid that if I've got stuff going over the edge, it's going to catch fire.
My luck it would.
Yeah, I'm not sure. All right. So next, we are going to build our base. Woo! So you're going to take your almond flour. This recommends pecan or pecan meal.
Which do you really say?
I say pecan, but sometimes I say pecan, but I'll say pecan more.
Oh, from the South, they say pecan for sure, but I try to say pecan to hide where I'm from. I guess it doesn't work because the other words. Did you have that product? I meant to ask.
I used flax meal.
Wow. You're a chia and flax fan. I've noticed this from some of your episodes. So you must be real regular.
My bowels are pretty healthy, you know. I'm older. I gotta keep it regular.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's good to think. So I actually got real pecans and crushed them in the food processor. I've never done that before. And I have to report that it's pretty flavorful. I tasted some, you know, fat ass.
No, you should flour your meal, whichever one you want to use, and then your powdered, how do you say it?
Erythritol, is that what it is? Or is it a different word than that?
We can call it arithmetic.
I'm not good at arithmetic, actually. I don't know why I was going to say that.
What else do we need? We need some sugar.
Sugar?
Yeah, so I'm just using my stevia.
Is that a product you generally fuck with?
I've been using a bit more stevia only because I'm trying to eat a bit better. Doing this show as often as I do, I'm grateful Zoom is from the waist up.
Aww.
And I'm just trying to be a bit healthier. So I am using stevia a bit more than I did before. And then you need some melted butter, which I forgot to do that.
You better use real butter.
Oh yeah. I am not a margarine girl. Oh God. I take good care of this. Now this crumble that we're doing, this is the only part of the bake that is going in the oven. Everything
Easy.
else will go in the fridge to chill and rest. This is the only thing we are using the oven for.
That makes it super easy. What's the weather like there right now, eh?
I was trying, it's funny, I thought you might ask me, and I am good above 0 to convert into Fahrenheit because you double and you add 30. When we get into the minus range, my brain goes a little squirrely. It's minus 16 Celsius here right now. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Hey Siri. I couldn't do that either. Let me see. I'm gonna Google it. Do I have time to Google it?
Please, yeah.
My goodness, it's 3.2
There we
degrees
go.
Fahrenheit. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's fresh.
What is it here? I should convert mine back. It's 25 here. Let me do that.
So
Let's
that's
translate. That's -3 there.
there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny. How'd you know I would ask? Does everyone always ask that?
Does everyone always ask what?
What's the weather like there?
Frequently I'll get asked that. My general reply is we're on par with New York City.
Okay.
It's about the same. It gets super sticky and gross here in the summer.
Yeah.
We'll hit like 120 when it's super, super hot, which is gross. It's really gross and you can't breathe good. Yeah, so it's,
Does your trash smell there like it does in New York in the summer?
yeah, certain areas of downtown Toronto will have those same whiffs, but we don't have like the hot pretzel carts or the hot nut carts on the street to balance it. Someone decided to do a 24-hour live stream of comedy on Twitch. I'd never heard of Twitch before. This was about August 2019. And they had comedians go to their house and to camera tell jokes to no one. Which, when you think of what we're doing now and how you and I met, that's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that's awful. Wow.
Like that, what we did then in August was like, this is weird. And now
Yeah.
it's what I do all the time.
Dang.
It's so strange.
That
So
is so.
I pitched this idea of having a comedian over and making something. I had a 1-hour time slot I got 6 a.m. The people,
Oh!
the two guys in front of me played euchre for an hour. They played cards. That was my lead-in.
Hello, everybody. Dang.
And so that's how the show started. And I genuinely had fun doing it. And watching it back, I was like, if I do it again, it should be a bit shorter. An hour was a bit too long. And I just kept making them. But I was doing them like maybe once a month or once every couple of weeks.
Now do you do it weekly?
Now it's on twice a week. The show's on twice a week. It's been on twice a week since May of last year because of the plethora. I'm so grateful, but the plethora of people who want to do this, I've got to make more shows.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful problem to have.
It's a sweet problem to have. I'm
Dude,
complaints.
when you make your cookbook, I totally call dibs on an autographed copy, please, for our, can I please, and then our.
Friends, I'll just show you what I've got going on here. So I've just got it basted into the bottom there. Ta-da. What do you have at Ira? Looks nice, looking good. So we are going to put this into the oven for approximately 12 to 15 minutes, 350, but every oven is different, friends. So this could be done in 5, it could be done in 20. Just
Zoinks. All right, I'm gonna have to leave the screen for a moment.
all right.
Right now I'm in Boston, but that was a pandemic move. Before that, I was in Georgia, South Carolina, and I realized I might need to get above the Mason-Dixon before that election, especially for my ilk.
That is fair. I've been to Boston once. And as my mother, who's a big fan of this show, will attest to, how do I put this without making myself sound like an idiot? Okay, so basically gently stalked members of New Kids on the Block one summer in the 90s.
Did you?
Well, I did. I mean, I was like a super fan. And back then, you had to figure out how to find their houses. And I'm just gonna say, the cab drivers in Boston back in like the mid to late 90s, they knew their shit. You got into a cab, you're like, take me to a New Kid's house. They knew where to go.
That's amazing.
And my favorite, because I'm a gal who's very anxious. And so I like got super nervous every time we went and did this. Yeah. And we got to Danny Wood's house. And my nerves got the best of me because I saw his dad coming out into the backyard. And his dad noticed myself and my younger brother, Kevin. And he was like, "What's up?" And I freaked out, as Kelly does. And my brother was like, "Hey, Mr. Wood," goes off. He went in the house.
No!
He went in the house.
Oh my God!
And apparently Danny Wood had like a fully stacked Coca-Cola machine in the kitchen. And my brother.
So you didn't follow at all? Not even a little? You couldn't get it up?
No, because no one, I will say, no one, including myself at that time, knew what like the anxiety panic thing was. I was just kind of told I was like a weird kid. So in my defense, I didn't know I was having a panic attack.
Very fair. Girl.
But yeah. Time. Yay. So we've got about 5 minutes to go on our base. So now we're going to make the cream cheese layer. I'm going to use the same damn bowl.
Me too. Oh yeah.
Why not? All right. So we're going to put in our cream cheese.
So creamy.
Oh, creamy. Wow. All right. Then we need about a quarter cup of our stevia or whatever you're using.
Man, you got your cream cheese real fast. I'm still over here.
That's okay. That's one thing I'm like.
Along.
And I may be wrong on this, but when you're using stevia, you don't actually have to use as much as is indicated in a recipe. You can use a bit less.
Oh my gosh.
Because it's got this conversion chart on the side.
Huh.
I may be wrong on that. Doesn't matter. I'm the only one eating this. We need some vanilla extract.
Hit it.
Do this. And you never want to use too much vanilla extract, as good as it smells. You want to.
Yeah, and it's also not useful as a replacement to make vanilla Coke. Just in case. Not. I've tried it. It's real nasty. Don't do it.
And if you get any on your hands, so don't do what Ira said, but if you get stuff on your hands, behind the ears, you smell good.
Ooh, how romantic.
Oh, lovely. Okay, so, and you need cream.
Heavy cream. I feel like that would be my drag name. Do you like?
I seriously can't figure out why someone would do option 1 for the chocolate layer. Like,
Do you think it's that much better?
there's so much more stuff to do.
There's a lot more stuff.
Well,
Okay.
apparently it's a consistency thing. As it says,
Okay.
as it says here, the old version is more like a whipped cream. Or the old version is more like pudding. The new version is more like whipped cream. So.
I do love the idea of pudding, but not for 4-hour wait time, I don't think.
No dice. No, right.
Well, this is working surprisingly well. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna mix that together. Let's see here. All right, there's a lot of things. Okay. We are looking to get my favorite word, stiff peaks.
Stiff peaks!
Stiff peaks! That sounds like a really good name of an 80s rock band.
Yes.
Stiff peaks.
I love it. Is it not? It's gotta be.
That should happen.
I gotta keep going on this.
I'm gonna show mine down here. Second knife.
Oh, beautiful!
So let that cool.
If I could go a little higher.
And then, as I say, that's all we need the oven for, so you can turn your oven off now.
Stiff peaks.
Stiff
Stiff
peaks.
peaks.
So, you mentioned you're a big home cook. What is a classic Ira dish? Like, if I were to come over, what would be like? What would be your?
Well, if it was for brunch, I would probably make us kale and eggs.
Nice.
Just with like bacon or sausage or something. But I love like real chunky fat ass meals like meatloafs and like anything. I love a spaghetti squash pasta, any type of way, you know? And I just recently discovered the power of the spaghetti squash. Girl.
Oh, nice.
I'm nervous about my peaks. I mean, we're looking, can I see your peaks?
Basically what you want to do, you want to take your thingy, as long as it can stand, I feel like you're good enough.
Oh.
Like as long as it's not dripping.
Okay. All right.
So take your beater there and try to like dip it.
Yep. Woo! Woo! This makes a difference.
That's what you want to do.
All right.
And then, of course, if you're using a KitchenAid, like scrape down the sides so you can incorporate all the stuff that's. I think I sound like a Smurf. Like, I don't like the sound of my voice either.
I love that. I was actually talking to my partner about your voice. I love your voice. I really do.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
It sounds 20 notches higher to me.
It's the camera. It's the camera and mics. That's what does it.
Exactly.
Well, here's a great time to say, hit subscribe to Kelly's channel, right?
It's a fantastic time to subscribe to my channel. Yeah, it is indeed. It's right there, wherever it is. Next thing is the chocolate layer, which, as we have reiterated, has two options. One, which needs about, 3 days to make, or you can do this other one, which is 2 steps. Yay. All right.
What are you laughing at?
What's that?
Oh, I fucked it up. Did you realize I fucked it up?
What did you do?
Oh. Yep. You know what? That was actually a beef that I had with the recipe. Okay, so I didn't stiff peak properly. Everyone probably didn't notice. We had the whole song and everything. Because it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, okay, so I just kind of put everything in all together instead of doing the heavy cream first. But that's because when I learned how to do the cakes that I did in my uncle's restaurant, as I aforementioned, we always did cream first, soften and whip, and then added the sugar and the liquids to it. So I guess I just kind of fucked myself up. But
inadvertently, I did the same thing you did.
You better stop.
No, I did the same thing.
Pew, pew.
I come from the school of, I've often said, I think the alternate title for the show could be Fuck It.
I like that too. At that point, we should add Merlot.
It'll be fun. It's going to go in our stomach anyway. I don't care.
It's going to mix there, so whatever.
All right. It doesn't matter. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to put the cream cheese layer in a bowl just for a second, because I'm going to use this bowl to now do our chocolate layer.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be, we're making our own rules, is what we're doing. Chocolate layer. Okay, so this time we are going to beat the heavy cream.
First.
And then add in the sugar, vanilla. Again, we're waiting on some stiff peak action, and then we're going to add the cocoa powder. So that is next.
Stiff peaks.
Oh, yeah. This is a mess. Oh, the chocolate is looking delish. Okay. Oh,
I want to see you and Desiree Walsh in real life someday, you know?
And I really hope that, I know it was talked about on Displaced Comedians, And for folks watching at home, if you're a comedy fan or a stand-up, definitely give Displaced Comedians a like on Facebook, because that's how we met. And I really do hope that there will be like some kind of gathering at some point in time where we can all meet. That would be really
That would be
cool.
so cool.
Yeah. Because I certainly had moments last summer. I don't know if Desiree did, but I certainly had moments last summer where I would go to like an outdoor show in Toronto and be like, oh, I wish I could like tell, you know, Ira or Yash or Brooke or someone about the show, but it's like, oh, right, they don't live here.
But just imagine, like, once the world opens up, if and ever, you know, like, you have a place in Boston to stay, and hopefully by then we'll have venues that are safe again somehow. And
I look forward to that. Yeah, I look forward to that indeed. All right, so once your cream cheese layer is down, you are going to add your chocolate.
I gotta get my chocolate in here.
Get the chocolate in.
All right.
But
Oh yeah.
what I've done here, friends, is I've just added the chocolate layer to that,
Oh.
which looks so good. So we have one more layer to do, which is the whipped cream layer. So more cream. All right, more cream. Okay.
Sounds like you're getting tired of the cream. Creamed out.
Oh, it's just, I just had a funny imagery. It's like the dish is called Sex in a Pan, and it's just like you have to beat more cream. It's like, have I done this enough tonight? Like, oh God.
Layers of it.
Let's keep going. Okay.
More. Different colors of cream. I don't know. You might need to see a doctor if this is how your creams are coming. Might want to seek help. I don't know. What do you think?
Quite possibly. If your peaks aren't stiff by now. Okay. So now, see, you're going to take the cream you just whipped and you're going to put it on top of this. And I promise you, friends, we're done whipping cream. We've whipped our cream.
It's so not whipped enough. My cream is under peaking.
Keep whipping.
It's so tired.
I gotta
Sheesh.
All
If
right.
sex was this repetitive, I don't think I'd like it. God. Am I right?
Oh my God. This is like reminiscent of some bad dates I've had where it's like, oh, yeah, I guess we'll have sex. Okay.
I think that's more the straight plight, hopefully. If I can offer you a transition to the other side, just try it. Oh man, I just dripped my cream. That's what I get.
Oh, did you? You dripped your cream. Oh no. Oh my. Alrighty.
Mine is hearty. How are you fitting it in that loaf? Did you have the whole recipe?
I did, just because I'm like, I've got other episodes that I filmed in the past few days, so I'm just like, I'll just do a bit of this. So we'll just have a little bit.
Just the taste. You only need a taste.
Exactly. Just a tiny, yeah. All right. So mine, oh, this really does look like gelato in this pan. I'm loving this.
Ooh, that's sexy.
So now you're going to take your chocolate, which you can shave, you can chop up fine and do chunky bits if you want. I don't care. And you're going to cover this thing. So. Alrighty, friends. So that's what this looks like.
So cute.
And then you're going to put this, we're going to try the freezer for 30 minutes. Or you can do the fridge for an hour to 2. But that's all.
Here goes nothing.
Exactly. Oh, there's ours. Look at that. Oh, beauty.
These are sexy. I see now. I'm seriously just gonna eat it like a savage.
You
think.
can do whatever you want. I will use a fork. But here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Bon appetit.
Oh, I didn't need a fork.
Okay. Well, I'll wait. I'll just.
No, I did it. I did it. I don't know.
I like it. But you know what I think I need? I think I need more of like a graham cracker base.
Yeah. I think the base is what's killing me too. Hold on.
Because I didn't do the nut base. I went with flax meal. I think I'd prefer this with a graham cracker base.
I agree. I would even try to mix some nut and some graham cracker, but my base is a little wet. Is your base a little wet?
No.
Hmm.
No, I'm really happy with I did as I say flax, and I also did chickpea flour. I didn't use almond.
Wow. Okay.
Because I had
What's your favorite layer?
You know what you could do with this? Like if you're not a big fan of the base, like it's fine, but I feel like it could be layered up with a bit more oomph in some way.
Yeah.
You could just take this topping and use it as like a nice chocolate whipped dessert. Just break it off.
Yeah.
Taking the chocolate, the whip, the shavings, putting that in a nice bowl with some like, raspberries or something.
Yes, strawberries. Absolutely. Even blackberries.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, totally. So, all right. I give this a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say the top alone, I'd give it like a 7 to 8 out of 10, but with this bottom, we really pulled it back down to under 5.
So I guess for us, instead of saying wholesome yum, it's more like wholesome yum.